Let's see how the files are transferred in this internet. We are going to use a special protocol called as FTP, File Transfer Protocol. So FTP is used to transfer the files. So I know in order to understand it better, previously they used to have this command line interfaces, but right now we have got graphical user interfaces, and one of the good FTP is FileZilla. So either you can use Texia. Texia is a file server and client, or you can use FileZilla. I don't know whether Texia is open source or not, but FileZilla is open source. It is freely available. Maybe you could download FileZilla and you can check how it works. I'll just tell you how it works with the example of FileZilla. Then we shall discuss about the points of it. So one thing is, now let us assume that you want to download a file from your or you want to use your friend's computer as if it is your computer, which means whatever files are there on his computer, you want to access all of them. And what your friend should do is he should initially download this Texia file server on his computer. Texia, or let us say FileZilla. So FileZilla file server should be downloaded on his computer, right? And now you should open from your computer, you should open what is your file, Texia FileZilla file client. So when you open the file client and there is a file server, then see that he is using a public IP address. If he is using a private IP address, you will not be able to contact him, first thing. And second thing is, see that he is using a IP address which you know, which means you call him and ask him what is his present IP address. IP address they keep on changing using DHCP, but then as long as he is using the internet, it will not change. Therefore ask him what his present IP address is, and if he is opening that internet and then keeping it open for some time, that IP address doesn't change. So find out its IP address, and then once you open this this file client, it will ask for the IP address that you want to connect. Then call him and type the IP address here, and then it will ask what is the port number you want to connect. Generally the port number we will connect is 21, which means file server will be listening at 21, port number 21, right? So once you connect to this from your client, so inside this file client there will be a window opened, and in that window there will be two sides. This side will be this client computer, and this side will be server computer. Now you can browse all the files of this server as if you are browsing in your own computer. So this connection is called control connection. Control connection means you can send commands using this connection and you will get the reply using this connection. So what commands you could send is, if there is a directory in your friend's computer, you can click on this, then a command will be going there in order to show all the directories, and all the directories will be showing. And then if there is a directory inside, you can click on that and all the directories will be showing like this, right? So you can browse your friend's computer, as well as if you have given the rights, if you have the permissions, you can create a file, you can delete a file, create a directory, delete a directory, and you can do many things on his computer as if it is your computer. The entire browser will be opened and you can browse all the files, right? Then either you could move a file from that computer, your friend's computer, to your computer, or you can move a file from your computer to your friend's computer. How? Just you drag the file and drop it here. If you drag a file and drop it here, it is nothing but moving the file from the server to the client. If you drag a file and drop it here, it is nothing but moving a file from client to server. Therefore, whenever you drag a file and drop it, one more connection will open, that is called as data connection. Data connection. So as long as you are just browsing the folders, nothing will happen. I mean, just the control connection will be open. But whenever you are trying to upload or download any data, then data connection will be opened. For every file you want to transfer, one data connection will open, and once the file transfer is over, the data connection will be closed, which means data connection is non-persistent. Non-persistent, which means it will not long forever or it will not last forever, but the control connection is persistent. It will be lasting forever. So you can, as long as you have this connection, you can keep on browsing all the files. So it is persistent control connection, and data connection is non-persistent. and if you look at it, the control will be sent in a different connection and data will be sent in different connection. For control connection, the port number is 21, and for data connection, the port number will be 20, right? So what is the advantage of this is both the control and the data, they will be going in different connections. Therefore data can be, commands can be treated in a different way, which means commands can be processed not like data. So whenever you send a command, immediately you get a reply. In case if everything is going on in the same connection, what happens is data will be intermixed with commands, and whenever commands get into the buffer, then whenever that is processed, that will be taken up. But then when they are going separately, there is a high priority given to the control connection, right? So it is also called as out of band. Out of band. So what is out of band? Both the control and then data are going in different connections. That is why it is called out of band. What is in band? Both the commands and data go in same connection, isn't it? So the port numbers are 21 and it requires reliability. So FTP requires reliability. So the underlying protocols, whatever it is, TCP/IP or some other ATM, whatever they are supposed to provide reliability to this FTP. FTP doesn't take care of every lost packet or duplicate packet. It relies on the underlying TCP to provide it with the reliable service. Therefore FTP uses TCP as the underlying protocol at the transport layer, and the port numbers are this, right? And FTP is stateful protocol. Stateful means it is going to log every activity that any user is going to do. So whenever you log in onto the file server, from that instant it is going to log everything. When did you log in, what pages did you watch, and what pages did you change, did you upload anything, download anything, everything. Therefore if you involve in any spurious activity, if you do any malicious work, then that can be easily traced out, because the logs are going to be there forever. So generally what people will do is they will configure the server in such a way that logs will be active only for 30 days. For example, in my website, I configured it that so in such a way that it will be valid forever, because number of users are less and I have lots of memory. So I thought that okay, I would save the logs forever. So if I go and visit the logs, I can find out when a person has logged in and what are the videos that he has watched and what are the other activities he participated in. Are there any problem while he log in? In case when you are logging in, if there is any problem, then it will also show. It will show that login error, so and so person is not able to log in because he forgot his password, something like this. Everything will be shown. So that is why FTP is a stateful, right? Okay, and in my website is not FTP, but still I am doing it. It is a HTTP, but still I am maintaining the logs. That depends on how we are implementing it, right? So but then HTTP is stateless, remember it. By default it is stateless. If you want to implement it, it is up to you. You can write the code and implement it. I written it and I implemented it, right? So this is nothing but everything about FTP. It is stateful. So these are the important points coming to Gate, and you can learn more about it in RFCs, okay?